Gorgon, the fearsome demon of Greek mythology, is said to have once been a beautiful woman. However, she was cursed by the goddess Athena after she caught Gorgon in a forbidden love affair with Poseidon. As punishment, Athena transformed Gorgon's once lovely locks into a mass of writhing snakes and gave her the power to turn anyone who looked into her eyes to stone. Gorgon is known as a powerful and vengeful entity who takes pleasure in causing pain and suffering. She is often depicted as a monstrous creature with the head of a woman and a serpentine body. Many believe that Gorgon still exists to this day, lurking in the shadows and waiting to turn unsuspecting victims to stone. In Greek mythology, Gorgons were female monsters with snakes for hair and the ability to turn anyone who looked at them into stone. The most famous of the Gorgons was Medusa, who was said to have been a beautiful woman before being cursed by the goddess Athena. The other two Gorgons were Stheno and Euryale, who were immortal and feared by all. According to legend, Gorgons were the children of the sea gods Phorcys and Ceto. Some stories claim that they were born with their snake hair, while others suggest that they were cursed by the gods as punishment for their monstrous behavior. Gorgons were often depicted as protectors of the underworld, with the ability to turn those who entered into stone. They were also seen as symbols of female power and danger, with their snake hair representing the untamed and wild nature of women. While Gorgons are most commonly associated with Greek mythology, similar creatures can be found in other cultures around the world, such as the Hindu Naga and the African Mamiwata. Despite their fearsome reputation, some legends suggest that Gorgons could be defeated or even controlled through magic and divine intervention. However, these stories are often conflicting, and the true nature of Gorgons remains a mystery. The Gorgon is a fearsome creature to behold. In Greek mythology, they were depicted as having the upper body of a woman and the lower body of a serpent, with hair made of living, venomous snakes. To look upon a Gorgon's face was said to turn the observer to stone. Aside from their petrifying gaze, Gorgons are also known for their incredible strength and speed. They possess razor-sharp teeth and claws, and are able to move with lightning-fast agility. Their venomous snakes can also be used as a weapon, striking out at those who would try to harm them. It is said that only the bravest and most skilled of warriors could hope to defeat a Gorgon in battle. Their incredible strength and speed, combined with their ability to petrify their foes, make them a formidable opponent. As terrifying as they may be, Gorgons also have their weaknesses. Like many other creatures of myth and legend, they are vulnerable to certain weapons and substances. Knowing these weaknesses can mean the difference between victory and defeat when facing a Gorgon in battle. Gorgons are typically depicted as female creatures with snakes for hair, sharp fangs, and a hideous appearance that can turn people to stone with just one look. They also possess wings and are able to fly, making them highly mobile and able to attack from the air. In some mythologies, the sight of a Gorgon is so terrifying that even their reflection can turn people to stone. They are also known for their hissing and screeching, which can be heard from far away and serve as a warning to those who may be in their vicinity. It is important to note that not all Gorgons may have the same appearance or abilities, as their portrayal can vary depending on the culture and mythology. However, their association with snakes and stone-turning abilities are common traits that can be used to identify them. To protect oneself from a Gorgon's gaze, it is important to avoid direct eye contact and instead use a reflective surface to view them indirectly. This can prevent the victim from being turned to stone while still allowing them to see and potentially fight back against the creature. Protecting oneself from Gorgon is no easy task. Due to its ability to turn people to stone, simply avoiding eye contact is not enough. In fact, looking directly at Gorgon's face is fatal. However, there are a few methods that could potentially offer some protection. One approach is to use reflective surfaces to indirectly observe Gorgon. A well-placed mirror or polished shield can allow you to monitor the creature's movements without making direct eye contact. This method requires a certain level of skill and concentration, as even a momentary lapse in attention could lead to disaster. Another approach is to use a blindfold or a thick hood to cover your eyes, ensuring that you cannot accidentally look at Gorgon's face. This method is less effective, as it limits your vision and mobility, but it may be the only option in some situations. Fighting Gorgon is a dangerous proposition, but sometimes it is necessary to protect oneself or others. The key to defeating Gorgon is to strike quickly and decisively, as hesitation or uncertainty could lead to petrification. One effective method is to use a reflective surface as a weapon. A well-placed mirror or polished shield can reflect Gorgon's gaze back at itself, turning the creature to stone. This requires quick reflexes and precise timing, as Gorgon's movements can be unpredictable. Another method is to use ranged weapons, such as bows or slingshots, to attack Gorgon from a safe distance. This approach requires skill and accuracy, but it can be effective if executed properly. It is important to note that even if Gorgon is defeated, the petrified victims may still be irreversibly transformed. It is crucial to exercise caution and avoid any unnecessary risks.